Hey guys, it's Maisha with Sephora Pro here, Sephora's own artistry team. I'm here today to talk about one of my favorite things, false lashes. I'll teach you how to choose the right lashes, how to put them on, and how to get them to stay on all night. So I love lashes. I wear them almost every day. I think girls wear lashes for the same reasons they wear push-up bras. They just do a little bit of extra something. They look so good. And if you wear them properly and take them off properly, they won't damage your real lashes. And if you choose the right pair, you'll look gorgeous every single day. So for me personally, I like a flared lash or a lash that's kind of thick, but that doesn't work for everyone's eye shape. These are a really great example of something that can work if you tend to want your eyelashes to look a little bit bigger, if your eyes want to look a little bit rounder. These are great because they're really long in the center, which means your eyes are going to open up vertically. I already have really round, sort of large eyes, so I don't really necessarily need a shape like this, but it's really beautiful. What I want to use today is something like this. These are these fabulous Sephora Luxe lashes, and they're really thick at the base, which is what I want. I really want a lot of definition, a lot of thickness, and really black at the base. I'm going to use something like this. I have really watery eyes, and it's really difficult for me to keep my lashes on. So when I discovered this glue by Duo, it's latex free and it's extra sticky, and it has this really great sort of brush on adhesive tip to it, so I can get to any little corners that may have come off throughout the day or through the night. So it's really great for me. But before you even get into that, you need to make sure your lashes are the right length. So it's really easy to sort of destroy your lash before you even get them on if you take them out incorrectly. So never pull from the sides when you're taking your lashes out of the case. You want to take your finger and just sort of pull down. And that way you don't bruise your lash or sort of take out any hairs or anything like that. So even if your lash is the right length for your eye, there are these little tiny edges usually on lashes that can poke you if you don't cut them off. So if you've ever put lashes on and they sort of hurt or they're sort of poking the corners, it's probably because they have these little edges of plastic on the base or the thread. And you just want to snip those off. So before you even worry about your glue, just breathe. I think liquid liner and lashes can smell fear. You just need to calm down. It'll be totally okay. I like to take my lashes and sort of pinch them like this and just sort of place them on my eye. And right now what I'm doing is sort of checking the length and seeing how they look on my eye, making sure they're not too far in the inner corner, too far in the outer corner, and seeing where I need to cut them. These I think are fine because my eyes are pretty big, but if you did need to cut, you always want to cut from the outer edge. The reason being is most lashes have this really nice sort of shorter taper in the beginning, so if you cut the beginning off, you have this really sort of like long section that looks really unnatural. But I think these are fine. So I'm going to take these and take my glue. So I'm brushing on a thin little coat of glue. Then I'm taking some extra and dotting it right on the corners. I really like these Sephora Luxe lashes because they're really flexible. If you had lashes that perhaps were a little thick in the band, what you could do is take them and sort of wiggle them. And wiggle the band like this a little bit before you put them on. You could wrap them around a brush or a pencil or something to give them a really nice curve, but these are pretty soft. So I'm just going to wiggle them a little bit. It will also give the glue a little time to get tacky and sticky, because nothing's worse than getting it in the right position and then realizing the glue is still wet and it just kind of slides right off your eye. Okay, so I'm going to hold them between my two fingers, kind of like little pinchers, and I'm going to go straight down. If you come at your lash from the front, your lashes will be in the way. So I'm going to come straight down and sort of get them into place. The middle is the most important part in the beginning. And then I'm going to grab a tool. I really like using an angled liner brush. And then I'm going to push everything into place. You can use tweezers if you want. They kind of scare me, to be honest, because they're sharp, and if there's an earthquake or something, I don't want that to happen, which I sound like my mother right now, worrying about things, but I don't know. I like to use something soft that I can really get in there. If I happen to poke myself, it's not really a big deal. So I'm just sort of pushing them into place. And I have mascara on my natural lashes, so sometimes it can sort of get in the way. But you always want to have your makeup already done before you apply falsies. The reason being, especially if you have really light lashes or blonde lashes, sometimes it's really obvious that you don't get a really great blend. And if you do make any mistakes, you have a little bit of liner to sort of blend everything in. So you can see, I think this makes a pretty nice difference at the base. My lashes look really nice and thick. If I was going for a really dramatic eye look, it would just give it a little bit more flair and give it a little bit more drama for the daytime. So what I like to do too is sort of comb my real lashes in between the falsies, and then I take them and kind of squeeze them together. So if I did have any edges that were coming off, my real lashes and my false lashes are sort of fused together, so they're not going to fall off. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And what I love about these lashes too, they feel so soft. They feel really velvety. Same thing, we're going to cut off the little edges. If you find that you have sensitivities, or maybe your inner corner just feels sort of heavy, which sometimes that happens to me if I'm going to be wearing lashes all day, you can cut a little bit more off the edge of your lashes and make them corner lashes and just wear them on the ends. It'll still give you a lot of drama and flair, but it'll be much more comfortable. So same thing over here. Apply my glue. Something I learned too, when you have really dramatic lashes with a really thick band, I like to put some glue on and let it dry completely, sort of forget about it while I do the rest of my makeup. And then before I'm gonna apply them, I'll put another band, because it's two sort of sections or bands of glue, and they stick together really well versus just one band of glue against your skin. So same thing, I'm gonna hold it like little pinchers. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna go straight down. I'm not gonna come forward because my lashes are in the way. Get that middle portion situated and just sort of push them into place. So you're really just pushing the lashes into the root of your natural lashes. So you don't want to place them too high where you have to pull them down. You don't want to glue them to your eyelid. You're basically gluing them right to the tops of your root lashes. Okay, so if you've come across any areas of your liner that have sort of come off, you can touch it up at this point, but that just stresses the importance of having your makeup already done, because if my lashes were on and maybe they were off in a little bit in an area, then I would have to go in with liner and fix it. So my lashes are all done. It's not as hard as it looks. It does take practice. So definitely practice when you're relaxed, when you don't have anywhere to go. So if you make a mistake, it's really not a big deal. I have tons of lashes. I have a lash drawer at home full of all my favorite lashes. I'm really loving the Sephora Luxe lashes, which are the ones I have on right now. They're really soft, and for the value you get and how long they last, I'm really loving those. Velour lashes has some really great styles. They have a lot of really great styles if you want your eyes to look bigger and brighter and more round, because a lot of their styles look really long in the center. Makeup Forever just did a really cool revamp of all their lashes. I haven't even seen all of them, but I want to buy like the entire line. They're gorgeous. We have so many, and I'm such a junkie, I keep buying them. If you feel like your lashes or your eyes tend to look a little bit downturned, or you want a little bit of oomph, you can look for a lash that flares out on the corners. I really love that when I do a smoky eye, because you may be able to tell, but my eyes are a little bit more close set, meaning they're a little bit closer together than the rest of my features. So having a nice flare on the end, sort of like my cat eye, makes my eyes look bigger and brighter, especially if I have darker colors on. I would definitely talk to someone at Sephora before you purchase your lashes, because they know all the little tips and tricks, and they can sort of look at your eyes and recommend things that are great for you. I feel like women sort of buy lashes and put one pair on, and if they don't look good, they sort of dismiss them, but there's so many different kinds that you can try. And the cool thing is, with different makeup looks, I'll wear different styles. So I would definitely try out lashes if you never have before. And if you don't get it right the first time, or the first 10 times, which I didn't, it's totally fine. Or sometimes I have mornings where I can't even get them on right. So it's fine. You'll be good, girl. So the cool thing about these lashes is some of them range in price, but you can wear them. Some lashes say up to 25 times, 10 times. If I take off my lashes, I make sure I try to put them back in the case. As lazy as I am, I always put them back in the case. And you don't want to ever use tweezers to pull the glue off, or the residue of glue, because you could damage the lash. Always use your fingers. And sometimes you could be tempted to use a little makeup remover or cleansing oil on them. Sometimes that breaks down the bond of the lashes. Just use a little bit of water with a Q-tip to clean them, and then just put them back in the case. I had a pair of Velour lashes I used for about 6 months, and I wore them almost every day. So if you take care of something, it's definitely going to last. It's like when you buy your brushes, they could be, a little bit pricier, but they're going to last for years. So there you go, guys. I taught you all about false lashes. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel and comment below. I'll see you at Sephora.